Alright guys, this is your boy Roots and I got Nicholas Jadusingh over here. Mr. West, yes Miami 2013 over here. You awake this time?
Not really.
We got undefeated at our locals that we went to today, playing Infernobles. When we lost for today as well. So Nick, I'm gonna talk about your experience and also
So I was playing the Infernoble VFD package originally, and I like changing the deck, making it go through, seeing which routes it can go. So today I went back to the power tool version, but I decided on no hand traps because hand traps suck. Most decks nowadays, unless you have like 2 to 3 hand traps, can probably play through it. And the decks that can't, there's some decks that hand traps do absolutely nothing against. So I figured, don't bother with hand traps, just focus on the gas.
Oh, gas, no brakes.
All right, we can get right into the deck profile.
All right.
All right, so one of the best cards to open in this deck, everybody knows it's Connector and Dolphin. Most times, if you open it with this guy right here, you're probably winning that game because this is basically get you access to dump, rip anything out of their hand, get you information. So Dolphin, Quantum, rip anything out of their hand. Quantum, Connector, rip anything out of their hand. Like, there's a lot of ways to get there.
Don't turn the cards the other way.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Fire Flint Lady, great extender. Somebody Ash's Connector, it allows you to continue your plays. We have Plague Spreader, Despot, Colt, Gemba. I hate it. I hate this card, but I played Plague Spreader to make sure that if I drew it, I would be able to put it back into the deck so I can actually combo off. It was okay. It was okay. I played double Phoenix Gearfried. Great card for breaking boards. It's awesome because I have a higher Infernoble count, so I'm able to get access to it a lot faster, which basically ensures that my plays are always going to go through. Triple Renaud and double Ogier. So opening Ogier, Renaud, or opening one of the infinite ways you can access these cards allows you to set up a Gearfried, so an early negate. So you're allowing your plays to go through. Great. Oliver, great card for comboing through Nibiru, but due to the fact that I was able to access Gearfried so easily, I was never in a position where I could be Nibiru'd. Triple Durandal, Triple Heritage, and Rhoda. The fact that you can play literally this many Rhodas in the deck technically is absurd. Because just by playing Renaud alone, you're playing 3 copies of Renaud, you're playing the Durandal, the Heritage, that's 9 copies, 10 copies. So any Infernoble that you're playing 3 of, you're technically playing a total of 10 copies in the deck. And when quarter of your deck is one card, it is essentially one card. Just the amount of consistency and the way that you're able to access these routes is just incredible. Triple Living Fossil. I hate the Power Tool version, but for the Power Tool version, you either play this or DDR. I didn't want to play DDR. I'm just not a fan of that card. I think it's trash. Smoke. This deck, if Smoke goes, I feel like this deck is garbage. Information is nice. Phoenix Blade, nothing to say about that. And considering I'm not playing hand traps, I played Dark Ruler and Triple Tactics. This was amazing because if I go Quantum, Connector, and the hand trap, cool. Tactics, rip cards out of their hand, rip more cards out of their hand, and I remember there was one game that I ripped a whopping total of 4 cards out of their hand, and yeah, that ended that really quickly. That was a quick game 1 and game 3. So great card. I think I would probably stick to not playing hand traps. Charles. I want to see your hand with Smoke. Savage, early negates are nice. Omega, because I'm dropping Gearfried early, I make Omega so I can clear up my zones. So I get to rip an extra card out of your hand. So in the event that I set up a Gearfried, I just make Omega, rip a card, and then spit out Despot so I can combo off with Power Tool. Power Tool is common. Don't comment on this. This is bad. Roland is okay. In the VFD version, you don't play it, but in this version, I like it. I think I prefer playing the Roland version. As much as I hate Power Tool, I hate having to empty out my entire extra deck just to play VFD. Herald, early negates are nice. Marshall, Tatsu. Again, Tatsu into Omega, great combo. Formula, sometimes it's hard to get access to the level 2, depending on if you have to change your line of play. So this basically makes sure that when you Living Fossil, you actually have a level 2 to go to. Links, we have Auroradon, the Legend. Spits out Colt Wing, allows you to pop a Smoke Grenade. So if you already have a Smoke Grenade, you get to rip an extra card. Double Needle Fiber. Because I'm playing Plague, sometimes you have to go in a weird line of play in order to get back to the Auroradon. Double Assault. Normally if you resolve the first one, you're winning. So the second Assault is just there as a backup. And Link Cross. Tokens help this deck a lot. So, yeah. Sideboard. The sideboard, the thing that I did not like in the entire event. And I'll explain why. So, I played Pankratops. I played double Lancia, double Ash, double Ogre, and triple Nibiru. So this lineup was specifically if I played a Dragon Link deck. I didn't want to draw like multiple copies because you can only use a lot of these once per turn, like all of them once per turn. So I wanted to make sure that I had a variety of hand traps. So if I got placed up against a Dragon Link or Infernoble, I would have multiple hand traps, multiple ways I can hit them from. Drawing double Nibiru does absolutely nothing to help you. So I feel like in the future I would have probably cut these two and put like a double Droll or something. Because Pankratops did absolutely nothing for me. I was not a fan. We don't like back row decks. So because we don't like back row decks, we have to show them some love. I don't like back row decks. So this guarantees that if I go up against a random Altergeist deck, a random Guru deck, any deck that likes to play hella back row, this just handles that problems. So as I said, I want to make sure that the side is built in such a way that I can handle combo and I can handle a control-based deck. But yeah, as I said, the main thing I would change is that I would probably like to drop a Pankratops and a third Nibiru for a Droll, for double Droll, because I believe that having double Droll is very essential, because again, it's another hand trap that actually affects the format. It hurts Dragon Link, it slows them down to a degree, and if you have it paired with one of the other copies of a hand trap, you can pretty much shut their turn down. So that was my deck.
Alright. Well, any shout outs?
Shout out to one of my good friends, Nick Salzman, Roots, my dog Blue.
Blue.
Weirdo. And shout out to Team Relinquish. Thank you for having me on your channel. I really appreciate it. And I'm really looking forward to events to get started. Hopefully I'll be able to go to the PPG this weekend, but we'll see how it goes.
Alright, guys. Till next time. Peace.